Ladies and gentlemen, to the After Hours Gaming League Season 5 Round of 8. Tonight we have two wonderful teams. Of course, they're super good. We're in the Round of 8. Why would they not be super good? We have National Instruments and Dotblock duking it out in a best of 7 tonight. Oh, it's today for you, but it's tonight for me here in Sweden. So, I have one thing to say. First of all, stream quality should be pretty low. I set it to like 720p, 30 FPS, lower the bitrate, all that good stuff. Because Twitch they do hate non-partnered streams. It's really hard to get some solid like non-buffering, non-freezing stuff, because it buffers and freezes a lot when you're running non-partnered streams. So if I could get some input on how quality is later on, that'd be fantastically, amazingly, superiorly, great. Thank you. So I think we are ready with our first game here already. I'm checking out the players right now, seeing what they're up to, leagues, previous like results and stuff like that. Looks like we actually have two great players starting us off. Oh my god, these are some of the best players that I've seen in AHGL history. Of course, this is my first season casting, so I don't know. We do have two Masters players duking it out. Oh, one is in Platinum League, technically, but he's been in Masters 5 times, I think, prior to the season, so shouldn't be a problem. They should be pretty evenly matched nonetheless, even though one of them is in Diamond. Oh, in Masters League right now. Hang on, plugins. We gotta configure the Stalker scene switcher. No, that's fine. Cool. Shit, I think this is going to be... I think the stream is going to be awful. I think it's going to be buffering a lot. Stream looks fine at the moment, by the way. Thank you, Straylight, in StarCraft, for that great input. Lovely to hear. And you know, if stream quality is looking alright, or if it doesn't buffer, then we may be able to improve like FPS slightly. Oh my god, there are a lot of people in this lobby. We're almost filling the entire lobby. Stream looks fine. Thank you, Sergeant York. York. I want to keep the stream open. I usually close the stream because it tanks a bit of the performance. And since I can't like lower the setting because I'm not partnered, it usually takes a bit of CPU. You know how Chrome is. Chrome takes a lot of CPU and RAM, so. By the way, I don't really know what we're waiting for right now. I think everyone is here. The plays are ready. National Instruments and Dotblock, there we go. It buffers for me. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it's good. It's not a good sign. Dashboard, come on, baby. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's see if the stream holds up. Hopefully, like the VODs should still be fine. They're probably not going to be buffering. But with live, you never know what happens. But either way, going into Vani Reset Station for our technically second game of the night, because our first game is going to be played later on. And since I'm in Sweden right now, while I live here, I can't cast that game. So if we have to go to the first game, if it goes on this series, I won't be able to cast it because it's literally night here at 3:30 PST, and it's going to be like midnight here. Since I have school tomorrow, I have other people in my house wanting to sleep. They don't want to hear me scream all night. So if it goes to that, I'm sorry, but I'm probably not going to be able to cast it. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Vani Research Station. And spotting in the 6 o'clock position as our red Protoss player representing National Instruments, it is Solid Luck. Hang on. Let's get the stream in there. Okay, so this is Solid Luck representing National Instruments, and at the 12 o'clock position representing Dotblock, as a Blue Zerg player, it is going to be Heisenberg. It's not Heisenberg, it's actually Heisenberg. So, going to have a PvC on one of the older maps that we have right now, because we're rocking the current map pool. But this is one of the older maps that we've got in here, and you know, people have figured out this map quite a long time ago. It's quite a tall map, to be honest. A long way to go from your base to your opponent's base, but you also have this safe natural to take. I mean, everyone knows this map by now, so I don't really have to walk through, give you a walkthrough of the map. But I'm interested to see how these players played this matchup out, because as I said earlier, these are some very good players. They have both been in Masters League multiple times. Thank you very much, Sergeant York. Yeah, I can't really do a whole lot about this stuttering on the stream. I've lowered the FPS to 30, I've set the bitrate to 1800. I've gone like through over all the settings multiple times with with one of my friends for like half an hour. We couldn't get it to work properly, so unfortunately this is all I can muster up for now until I get partnered, which, you know, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. But yes, as I said, it's going to be interesting to see how these players play this matchup out, because as I said, these are some very good players, and they probably have some very, you know, up-to-date builds with the meta and all that good stuff. So but what we do see here is an old build coming out of Solid Luck. It's going to be opening up Forge First, which is the safest way to expand as a Protoss player in this matchup. Forge Fast Expand, and it's actually going for Forge Fast Expand with this small ramp here. Interesting, we don't see this a whole lot nowadays, but as I said, very good player, and I do expect Solid Luck to know what he's doing. And Heisenberg, what he did is actually take his natural here at the third base location, and in doing this, of course, you save these minerals for later. These are a lot easier to defend, so you can save these for later. And since Solid Luck is not going to be aggressive anytime soon, it did go for that Nexus straight after Forge. This means that Heisenberg is probably going to find taking that as a third base, unless we see Solid Luck throwing down some, you know, great aggression. But Solid Luck has scouted it out, so we will see what it decides to do against that. Now going to get that double gas at roughly 20 supply, standard stuff for Protoss, of course. I am a Protoss player myself, or mainly. I've been in Diamond League like 5 times on EU. I do main on EU, of course. But the previous season and this season, I'm going to be playing random. And I've played random. I'm like platinum-ish level with Terran and Zerg. So my knowledge is going to be... I'm going to know basically a whole lot more about Protoss than I'm going to know about Zerg and Terran. But I think that's like standard stuff for every caster. You don't know everything about every race, so I'm going to do my best though. Nexus has finished up for Solid Luck, as has the hatchery for Heisenberg, and he's also taking that third base right now. That's pretty early base actually, early third base. It did not go triple hatch before pool, I don't think, but look at this, he still hasn't taken any gas, so he's going super macro heavy. But he could do this because he's got some great scouting vision. He's got these 2 links here, he's also got this overload over here. Of course he saw the natural coming down, he has probably seen a few probes transferring down there with this overload as well. And he knows that there is, as of yet, no aggression coming out of Solid Luck. Of course that can change very quickly with the warp gates and, you know, very aggressive warp-ins from a Protoss player. But still, Heisenberg sees that there's no aggression and is going to be happily droning for now. What we do see from Solid Luck though, at roughly the 6-minute mark, is going to be a robotics facility, which is kind of, it's the most standard of tech you can go for. We all know about the 3-gate robo, right? The most easy to execute build. Perhaps 4-gate is a bit easy to execute, but 3-gate robo is kind of the step after 4-gate for all the new players, because robo is just easy. You get immortals and you just slaughter every roach composition. So we're going to see a lot of sentries being produced here from Solid Luck, and we'll see if it does be aggressive with like a sentry immortal push. Something that we've seen for a long time, all the way back when we used to Liberty. That was like standard thing to do, the choo-choo train, and it's been viable for a very long time. We do see 3 more gateways coming down right now. That is not going to be any sort of immortal, sentry immortal all in, of course, but we might see some aggression. We actually see a warp prism coming in, so this is pretty cool. Heisenberg also messed up the rally point there, unfortunately, with a few drones, but he's just droning. He must making 9 more drones right now. And what has he got going on? He's just now taking gas. He hasn't got the metabolic boost. No, he's taking gas somewhere. Yeah, here's gas coming up. But as you can see, no metabolic boost has been finished. No metabolic boost is started even. And metabolic boost is just a really good upgrade to have. Oh my god, no, he's going to force field the ramp. Oh my god. He's going to get in there with all of his sentries, land here, boom, force field out the third base, or natural, because he took it as a natural base. Force field it out, warp in a lot of zealots, and just be super aggressive. So this is going to be cool. So 3 sentries are now moving out to the map. This is not getting spotted right now from Heisenberg. As you can see, nothing to spot this war prison right here. I'm actually stopped at the watchtower. And it's going to send in a few zealots to be aggressive at the third base as well. I'm just going to call this third base right now. I know it was the natural, but as a caster, it's a lot easier for me to call it a third base. But Heisenberg somehow, has he sniffed this out? I don't know. He's got a lot of Zerglings here patrolling. Perhaps looking for a pylon or something. Perhaps these were just standard Zerglings. Is he going to try to force field behind the mineral line or something? I was totally expecting him to go into the main base and then force field off the third base, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. Instead, going for the third base immediately. 12 Zerglings are in production, as well as 11 Roaches. And 11 Roaches, you know, they're going to deal with this pretty effectively, because Roaches are strong against sentries and zealots. But they're going to target down the third base immediately, and I think he's going to get it. There are a lot of zealots here, and a lot of Roaches do spawn. He's going to try to hold this up with the drones, but no, he's going to get the third base, and then Solid Lock just gets out of there. So Solid Lock taking a quick lead here in the third, or in the first game. But remember that he wasted a lot of minerals. Not wasted, he invested a lot into taking out that third base. So Heisenberg is going to have the army advantage right now. It's 53 to 25, and just sentries here. And this third base isn't even finished, and no photon overcharge is going to be available right now. Oh my god, force field! Yeah, oh my god, that's so many sentries! Oh my... Oh, and now he has to photon overcharge, but he hasn't got anything to wall off the main base with. Needs to warp in a zealot. There we go. So this third base is going to be fine right now, but a lot of Roaches are coming in here. Glider Reconstitution is going to be finishing up as well. Blink and +2 is on the way, but that is far from finishing. Blink's take 170 seconds, so a long time left on that. But here the Immortal pops. It can get focused down there relatively quickly by these Roaches, but nope, not going to do that. It is a He's can get a nice snipe on these sentries though, and he's going to do just that. Getting 4 sentries here. That is a lot of gas. He's also going to get the Immortal reinforcements with a few more Roaches right now. And he's going to be able to target down that Immortal. And, you know, it may seem like Heisenberg is putting a lot of resources into this. Oh my god, no. Mother way. He's going to get the Nexus 2. Heisenberg. And on the back of this, his third base has finished up. Heisenberg, solid counterattack right there. Managed to pick up the third. Kill off a lot of sentries and Immortal as well. And look at this. The units lost is 3,500 to 2,600. And if we go and do like this, fancy stuff, we can see that in total in this game, 9 sentries have been lost, 11 Zealot and 1 Immortal. Compared to the 13 Roaches and 32 Zerglings. 10 sentries? What is going on here? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just focusing too much on the units lost. Okay, so finally we see the cool War Prison play coming in here with the sentries, and he's actually doing a nice job of force filling this off. He's got a lot of energy left on these sentries as well. But, he hasn't got a follow-up. I mean, he's just delaying the Roaches. Oh, that's a missed force field as well. So, the Roaches are going to get down there. Our Self-Play didn't really lose a whole lot in this process. He's losing a few more drones right now. No, it's not. That Cell is just hitting the Roach. So there we go. 3 workers in total have been lost in this game. Unfortunately, though, for Heisenberg, he lost a queen, which means that his queens are going to start waddling across the map, and he's going to be a bit low on lava. But the thing is, his Hydralisk then is already finished up. He's got 4 Hydralisks coming in. It's going to be far ahead in tech. There's not even a Robotics Bay out for a Protoss player. He does have Blink though, which is a super good upgrade to have, especially in the mid game in PvZ. But he's barely got any stocks out, so I don't know. Solid Lock though is re-establishing his third base, and with that up and running, as we all know, Protoss can just do a whole lot on 3 bases. That is kind of what Legacy of the Void is designed to do, force Protoss players to expand. It feels like it at least. Because Protoss on 3 bases, they can just do a whole lot of stuff. They can stay there for very long, take up to whatever they want, have some cost-efficient fights with Colossi and Storm. There we go, Heisenberg is going to be able to deal damage here. No, it doesn't look like it. force fields and immortals a bit too strong against this small clump of roaches. By the way, can I get an update in chat perhaps on how stream quality is? Is it buffering for you? Is it freezing a lot? Just let me know, that'd be great. Thank you very much. But if we look at supply here in general, it's 134 to 135. Nope, that's not gonna work. And the normal supply is 66 to 64, and work supply is actually, it was 69 to 69. It's absolutely even right now between these players. But what I think the small advantage that Heisenberg has, Heisenberg, not Heisenberg, is the tech. Having a lot of Hydralisks out, you know, it's going to be hard for a Protoss player to deal with it. But he does have a lot of force fields available, and without Grooved Spines, is Grooved Spines done? Okay, with Grooved Spines, these Hydralisks are going to be a lot more effective. And with 18 more coming in right now, I think Heisenberg is going to be absolutely fine holding this off. In the arm supply, it's 102 to 90 right now. So if Heisenberg is given a few more seconds here by Solid Lock, then he's going to be fine. This Sentry Immortal Stalker composition isn't going to be effective in 5 more minutes. And he knows that. He's adding on a Templar Archives as well to try to take out of this. Heisenberg trying to go for a snipe on the pylon, not quite getting it right now. And let's see what Solid Lock can make happen here. Let's get some cool stuff going here. And here we go, Heisenberg trying to set up a concave, but I don't think his army is large enough. A lot of stocks being warped in. Heisenberg cannot take this engagement. Where are all of his Hydralisks that he made? Here they are joining in right now. Let's do like this instead. And here we go, the final engagement. The engagement is taking place right now, and Heisenberg has a great concave. But Solid Lock, he's got a lot of blink stocks here available, and do have a +3 finished. Oh my god, Heisenberg is on +1. I thought he at least had +2, but no, that is going to be on the way right now. And here we go, a warp in the main base as well for Solid Lock. Heisenberg is forced to pull back, and Solid Lock is doing a great job right now. This +3 attack is going to be great for him, but with the Vipers joining in right now, Blinding Cloud is going to be super effective against this range-focused army from our Protoss player. There's really no need for Abduct at all. Just Blinding Cloud can basically make this army not worth anything at all. He's just gonna outright kill it with some great Blinding Clouds. So we'll see, Heisenberg is now up to 200% supply, and he's at a 65 work account, so his army should be very large here, but Solid Lock, so many Stalkers, and he's got so many force fields available too. Look at this. Let's just actually do like this. And there we go. He's got so many force fields available. He just put 4 force fields into that, but look at how much energy he's got left on these sentries. Like, some of them are even full on energy, which is very rare to see. Now, with the Vipers here, they do have a lot of energy as well. So, with some great Blinding Clouds, I think Heisenberg might be able to take an engagement. These armies are so even. 131 supply to 128. But remember that Solid Lock is up on upgrades. And with some great force field control, you can absolutely turn this engagement. There we go. Actually, Abducts coming down. Abducts are a lot cheaper on energy than Blinding Clouds are. So, I guess it's a good choice for our Zerg player to go for that. If he wants to be, like, energy effective, so to speak. Solid Lock is now going up to 4 bases, and he's starting to add on a lot of cannons. This is stuff that a lot of players actually forget about, and this is just great. Prevents the Zerg player from having cost-efficient counterattacks, and it's also a decent way to take engagements. If you want to defend your 4th base, these can actually tank a lot of damage and also deal a decent amount of damage. They have 300 HP, so and they deal 20 damage per shot. So cannons are just great. But Solid Lock, he did lose a few Stalkers earlier on, which allowed him to reinforce his army with Storm. How much energy is available on those High Templars? There we go. First Storm's coming down, with Blinding Cloud has already dropped down on these Stalkers. Some decent controller from Heisenberg actually getting out of those Storms at a decent timing there. But I don't know, his army just looks so small. I don't know where his supply is really. Has he got like units spread out somewhere? I don't know. It doesn't feel like a 200 supply Zerg here, if you look at this army. Here we go, Heisenberg coming in with a great concave once again. And with these Blinding Clouds, and these stocks are relatively low from earlier blinks. So he's starting to slowly take down this army. Once again, a great Blinding Cloud, forcing these stalkers to move into the Roach Hydra. And not being effective at all. Blinking is not really an option right now. So there we go. Heisenberg actually took a very good engagement there. It's 144 supply now to 123. So he's starting to pull ahead slightly, with 14 more roaches joining in as well. He's probably going to be able to push this back relatively soon. But Solid Lock, he did get the 4th base of Heisenberg, and now he's on 4 bases himself. Heisenberg trying to establish this 4th base instead. Ooh! They managed to snipe that pylon right before a lot of those stalkers managed to warp in. Oh, this is such a back and forth game. If Heisenberg can get this fourth base up and Solid Luck doesn't scout it, then I think Heisenberg is going to be in a decent position. But with Solid Luck having up to 4 bases right now and a lot of probes transferring over there, he's going to be shooting ahead in the income. We're gonna see that jump ahead relatively soon. Jojo Craft, what is up? What is going on is that we're in After Hours Gaming League Season 5 Round of 8. That is what's going on.